Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am CJ, or some of you call me He Says I'm Cute, or He Says. I hope y'all are doing alright. Welcome Russell and Boop. Hey Cindy. Just a pretty relaxing. Hey Peter. Hey cute kitty. Pretty relaxing stream tonight. We've got some stuff to prep for. We can have going on that we're going to work on together. Hey Sid. Hey Suzanne. Hey Sue. Hello to everybody over on Twitch. Hey Miss Thang. Oh. He says we're good. Hey Maze. It says we're going. Oh, we're going. Hope y'all can hear me. Okay. Looks like my internet dropped out for a second there. Okay. Well, I hope everybody's doing well, both in the YouTube and Twitter world, as we are dual streaming again this week. Working on trying to catch up on some tasks. I'm a little behind this week in my derby. Hey, Doris. I'm starting to lose my voice again. It seems like I had a I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, Miss Thing. I was had a funeral earlier today, and lots of talking with some work I'm doing otherwise, so I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, so it probably sounds a little rough, but I'm excited for all that we have going on starting tomorrow, and see if we can get a little bit of prepping for it done, and working on some of my task here for the derby, because I need to get caught up. Tomorrow is international, well, depending on where you are in the world, today/tomorrow is International Women's Day. And why there's a separate day for it, I don't know. But of the women in the community, thank you for being a part of the community. And I am looking forward to celebrating the oh, you're fine, Miss Thing. I hadn't shared it with the community. Was trying not to let it affect any of us. So, uh, you're perfectly fine. Uh, we have a global event that'll start tomorrow. I don't know where. Well, yeah, I don't know where the decorations are. I really think they missed a huge opportunity. For those of you who've been playing for a number of years, what? Oh, I'll go. It's in my sanctuary. This Wonder Tree. A lot of people ask for it to come back. This is where they really missed it. This Wonder Tree came from a help event. Came for Earth Day, however, and they partnered with a company, a not-for-profit. I believe it was Roads. It was Roads something. I believe farming. They taught sustainable farming. They were out of the U.S. here. They were international non-for-profit, and they there you go, Rodale Institute. Thank you, cute kitty. And I was trying to look it up in the background here. I don't have my notebook next to me. This was amazing. We did a ton of helps as a community. A real tangible place got a donation. We got an amazing decoration out of it. A good place got it. And I think that potentially this could have been another one of those opportunities. There's plenty. There's non-for-profit called International Women's Day, where they help coordinate events throughout the world, and they have speakers, people involved. There's plenty of organizations. Supercell themselves are quite involved with trying to get women into the gaming industry, and I think they could have boosted and partnered with one of the non-for-profits that help bring awareness or education to women, or equality in some of these countries that don't have the same level as others. And we do the help event, and by doing the help event we get a decoration, we're given a donation. Even if we didn't get a decoration for it, even knowing that your in-game helps were going to be helping to give a donation, it would have been amazing. It's an even bigger motivation. I think it falls really short. Well, you're getting 10 diamonds. I think they really could have just done a little bit more, and it would have been a little more impactful and given a little more hope that we'd meet the goal. And I don't know what the total goal is right now off the top of my head. I could try to look that up, but it's hey Gabby, I really think Supercell could have done more with this event, and I think it's great that they're doing something. Hey Carol, but I really would have liked them to have kind of kept that level up. We had the help event that also helped with the yeah, actually, it's on their website. The African, um, an African. Anyway, so I miss those. I really, 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 really wish, and I'm curious to see what some of the other games have done because last year when they did Earth Day, they participated in Project Green and it helped frogs. They brought it into Love and Pies, Brawl Stars, and both of the Clash games participated. And yeah, right, Russell, we did. And I really think we could. I'd love to see those come back into the game. But it seems the more tangible we have something done, the more likelihood is, and it's not such a big deal if we are only getting uh, 10 diamonds, but maybe we'll be surprised and we'll get some deco along the path. I can't think of anything in game that we currently actually even have, which is usually what they've done in the past when we've had 10 diamonds and they surprise us like at Christmas with the deco on the threshold. It's usually something we've had in game. There's nothing we have in game that's strictly for women, but maybe they'll surprise us. I really, really hope that they can start bringing some of it back. And bringing stuff back. They did, last year we had the pond, the snowdrops, and the spring bench in a $5, or 2 years ago, sorry, 2 years ago. We had the set, and it was for money. It is now back. The pond is not here, but the bench and the snowdrops are. So if you don't have them, you can get them. I'm also hoping that means that we'll be seeing the pond coming back into the diamond shop, maybe with a few other of the spring trees. It doesn't come very often, Mace, that special offer. It used to come a little bit more frequently, but I can't guarantee the pod is coming. I'm just hoping that because these are back and they were in the package, that we would, yes, the spring pod from last year. I'm hoping because the spring bench came back. We had it for a cash pack. Hi, Shelly. I am hoping. It is one of the big requested items to come back. So I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping it will go into the diamond shop. It'll probably be pretty costly, guys. I would suspect about 139 diamonds if I were to guess for the pond. But Peter, no, I don't think I will be. I have to get up pretty early in the morning to to work that day. And I will, but if tonight / tomorrow works out, I may try to be in. I may try to do next week. So, um, we'll see. Um, I have not. I have it on one of my farms, and I have not had time to play it. Um, Clearly, I haven't had time to play it. I'm not. The little time I have spent, I'm not thrilled about a bunch of the uh, same machines being used because some of those are really long. So the one day I had like 2 jams and I deleted them. Deleted the one. I have 2 juices right now. I haven't been. I don't expect me to finish the road at all with what's happened this week. So, and I'm not spending diamonds on it. And since we definitely don't know what we've been testing for other than the time period, and it looks like potentially more of the machines you have, I'm not in a place where I can really comment on it because I haven't. This week has been really bad. Um, Monday's loss was unexpected, and then to have to deal with it today, it's been very behind. So tomorrow will be next the next time we get seasonal goals for the farm pass, and depending on what you get, and if you're willing to spend the diamonds, you can finish the road tomorrow. So if you know that you're like you can't prep, I was able to do my tea leaves, but my broccoli finished like it was very close. I had like a minute left to finish collecting them, and I think it was cut about 10 seconds short of the event. It switched over from the time on my clock to the in game. It said I had enough time and I should have, but I only got the 50 points for the broccoli, and it's okay. I knew it was close when I paid the 10 diamonds for it. I probably won't do that again this week if I get another long one. But I'd like to always put a longer crop overnight anyway. So I will probably put tea leaves and some onions or some strawberries down just in case. That would be my biggest recommendation there. I would make sure you have your feed to have everything. Okay, so I happily welcome the cyber. Thank you, Mustang. Cindy, I here. So here's my thoughts on this, and it's my opinion only. Please be very clear on this. Um, they have what in kind of the industry is called a sandbox test, where they can test things that they want to add in or try for the game. We don't see it. Um, we will, and we'll never know what they're testing in that. But it doesn't. It's a separate system. We've seen dev build from other content creators. I think we all have here. It's even separate from their dev build usually. And it's the first time they're introducing something. They'll test it there. Then they have the dev build that some of the content creators can now access. That is where they really kind of test it in a bigger sense, and it's much closer to what we see in game. Well, yes, Mustang, but not quite. So we may actually have a second version of beta testing, because what the dev build has is most likely the true beta, and then what we're seeing is the test on how it actually works on a game system. When there's much more pressure, there's and the pressure meaning stress on the server, the number of players that are using it, because the dev build is very limited and the sandbox is completely very different. And even the dev build is separate from our game, but you can see the other content creators and their friends, and so there's a different level. While they're testing something, it's a smaller pool. And then I wouldn't necessarily call it beta alpha. By the time we get it, I would almost call it beta alpha is probably what I would refer to as thing to what the CC's test in the dev build. And that's something probably really technical for some of you. The event does have a deadline, and we saw that it ends in 1 day, 6 hours, but we don't know what exactly they're testing. And it could be so many different things. They will not reveal the algorithm, of course, because then people may try to skew their ability if they know that it's going to be X number of players on this device with this iOS, or this number of players with Fire tablets or Android tablets, and so they're never going to reveal that. They did reveal that it was about 50% of the players. However, they won't answer, do they know how many of us have baby farms, and it's really like one player, and they're curious to see, hey Chris, welcome home from your meeting. They, Ricky got 3 out of 5 of his farms. And it's really kind of curious. I would love to have I would love to get some more of the behind the scenes, but they're not going to. So if out of my, I think I have 6 or 7 farms on here, 5 that I access pretty regularly on my phone, I got it on 1. And it happens to be like the one I played the least on. So Truman's thing, that sounds great. Yeah, and I love answering these questions. The technical side, and be able to kind of speculate on what they're doing from my experience is really fun for me, because sometimes I'm right and sometimes I am completely off base. I was surprised they told us that it was going to be about 50%, but they didn't tell us if it's a true 50% because they know how many of us have baby farms and have one device, and I'm sure they can see that because they can see your device information. But I'm sure they're selecting, like, maybe Russell plays so many hours, so he got it on more farms. Because I haven't been playing as many hours, then maybe, I only got it on the farm I play the least to see how that interferes. Or maybe it's because I actually thought possibly it was because some of them, like that one, it's behind the most on the number of machines for its level. So maybe they're testing if some of the ability to recognize the machines in their coding. Not just the level you are, because it doesn't guarantee that you have the machine bought. And then it takes a couple of days for the machine to open anyway. So if you have an event that's going on during, especially towards the end of the farm pass, and you level up, and then you can't do some of the tasks because they are for that level, but your machine doesn't open for 4 days, they could be testing some of that and trying to take out and recognize some of that. We don't know. And it looks so similar to everything we've had other than the length of time. We can't be for sure. I could definitely speculate on some of it, but I haven't played it enough to form a good theory on what they're doing. I had ideas from what I've seen others post, but I don't know that it'd be accurate at all. I just know that I think I know one. Okay. That I'm really intrigued by this test because I they haven't. When we got the beta farm pass, we knew why we were testing. We were able to know we were testing the new farm pass, and only some of us got it. They just didn't tell us ahead of time. Uh, they This time we got told ahead of time, but not what we were testing or why. So I'm so behind in my valley. The only good news is that the sanctuary doesn't take us a lot of time to play it. Depending on what you're going for. Where's my diner? Uh-oh. I don't know where the diner up there. Okay. Don't know where the diner is in this one. That one over there too. But that one has an animal. That has an animal. So I can at least get 2 on my way. And pick up some gas. So I don't know that they'll met. Oh, that's really cool, Miss Thing. Yeah. A lot. I've done a lot of beta testing, and even alpha testing previously, um, for a different company in the gaming industry, and I enjoy it. It's really cool and fascinating to see, and especially as it rolls out. And there's a process to it. When they rolled out, like they're working on, they're still working, and it's still in what they consider, beta testing mode for Supercell, um, the MoCo game, and it doesn't have a global launch yet. It doesn't have a time limit. Everdale was in its beta testing and launched in certain areas, and they choose it based kind of on not not just strictly on where, like for Everdale, it was a mix of both Android and iOS devices, I believe. But you had to be in a limited area when they were able to do it. So, like, I have a Finland Apple ID so that I could do beta testing. But like when they first rolled out MoCo for testing, that was only done on Android. So I always get very fascinated in seeing some of it. And this year instead, I participate in something called Game Developers Conference. It's a week-long event held in San Francisco. Supercell has participated in it for a number of years, and Everdale was one of the presentations, and it was absolute beautiful presentation, and I was very surprised to hear them pull it, but it did give me a very good insight, I thought, at least to some of how they develop new games and how they do some of their testing. This year, the Supercell speaker was on the 3D artwork. that they work on in some of the other games. We don't have 3D in Heyday, we have 2D, and the art teams and the companies that they work with are absolutely phenomenal. There's a company out of Australia that Supercell has used to create some of the artwork we have in Heyday and in some of the other Supercell games. And they do a phenomenal job of taking sketches, and I was able to get to see some of that process of in the conference. So I feel to give a little bit with my background and then access to things like that. I have a little bit of an idea where I can kind of offer my opinion on what they may be thinking or trying. And I love that you guys like hearing it. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I'm wrong, and I love seeing it. And I actually have something that I'm working on. I'm hoping as to have it published by Saturday for you guys. I know all of you have, or I hope all of you have seen between Heyday's social media or other content creators that that Heyday has asked the community, "Hey Erica, thank you so much for joining. Oh, it's very nice to see you." I got home uh, from where I was, and you were just ending your stream, so I didn't get to participate. But so there, I don't know if there's any games. Yeah, it was fun to see. I don't play that game, but I do have a kid who does. I don't know of any games that do have a focus indie there, but I know that Supercell works with a company that does some artwork, and they're based out of that area. Um, but it's I think it really depends on what you want to do with your stream. This one is kind of being laid back and for the most part, letting the community decide what we're talking about and doing while I'm accomplishing some of my tasks. We're trying to in the game. We have we have new season goals tomorrow, and I like to try to prep for that if we can. You kind of know votes you can't really prep for. You can't. Oh, I hate saying and I just said again. See, did it again. You can't prep for boats, and you cannot prep for town buildings. But if you get like like feed sanctuary, if you guys haven't fed your sanctuary animals, don't. But it's only 10 hours until you can feed them again. If it's for town visitors to visit the sanctuary, try to say they usually ask for 3. So put don't uh, feed them or don't serve them so that you can send them to the sanctuary when you're done. Ooh, finally some good green tokens. I do, I am not actually playing the visitor event today. I did not have time to stock up for it, so I am just playing along. They I haven't been to Australia. It's on my checklist. I think I may choose New Zealand in the area. No poisonous spiders or snakes, from my understanding, which are two things I really like in that country. Really do. Don't want to have. Oh, we did check that. And we checked that. Uh, I'm hoping most of you have seen, especially Greg's Town, for some of the new items that were not in the Daring News that will be coming in some way. I love the musical fence, and I think it's great in the town. Although a music shop would be very cute, seeing as how we have so many. The piano came. Is this one, Russell? Is this one different than the piano you have, or is this the same piano? I believe this is the same piano we've had that came through the. They always sneak something in, and I wish they would add some of the other. There's other things like these style of swings. I would love to see that potentially in a custom deco form. Okay, so it's the same piano. We've had this one for a while. It comes in the catalog we just checked for the the thank you notes or tickets, whatever you would like to call them. There is that. I wonder how much if they'll pull some over into April, just given. And there's a lot of things I'd like to see come back. I'm excited to get the Clover Pass. I think they will be really fun. And you can already see by them connected right here by the swing. These are going to be kind of like the canals, I would almost guarantee. Because there's no flowers in the second one in back, but there is in the first, and all of the other singles have flowers in them. And I like the concept of the way we lay them together will change them. Yeah, or the snow path, the way we had the snow path. I do wish we had a few more options with the snow path. And I am sad because they did not offer that for those who did not get the Beta Farm Pass, or I missed it. But we will be getting the Clover, and you can see it over here too. That it changes with how you place them together. And the music notes will be great. We know we're seeing the band items. And I was kind of hoping maybe the band items are an Easter egg. Maybe we will get a like a music shop in the town, but I don't expect it. Hey, 70s girl, aka the other CJ. I was kind of hoping to see a town expansion this time, or to come. If I were to prioritize what I'd like to see from Heyday, I would like to see a redo of the edit mode first so we can shop in edit mode. That'll be a major game changer for decorators. Streamlabs, you are really driving me nuts. Oh. That is an interesting one. Hi, Alexander. Good to see you. There's lots of good hidden items already on Greg's. I'm hoping to see more as we get closer. They said the second half of March for the update. I still think tomorrow when we get the help event that they missed it. They missed an opportunity there. I really do. And I hope to see something. I hope maybe next year to see something a little bit different. Ugh, don't make me hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. We have the firm Pascal points tomorrow. Not worry about the fishing stuff. We have the help event starting tomorrow through Sunday. Welcome back, Chris. Town event will be on Saturday, which I know that it's really it's a switch to have the 2-time farm visitor day. I'm actually kind of glad that they switched them. While I think it would have been better to run the tree and bush event at least for the weekend, if not all 3 days of the global help, it's nice to know that because we're getting 2 times XP in a town on Saturday, there's a good chance people will ask for help. And that will help us with reaching that goal. I think that at least was a good decision from them. It's easy to forget, Cindy, because the schedule that they said they were going by and had started at the beginning of the year was Spin the Wheel Mondays, Truck Tuesdays, Boats Wednesdays, Thursday Town, Friday Fishing and Farm Pass, and Saturday and Sundays were either going to be global events and or some of the other events like the 2-time pet XP or the boost to the animal feeds. And I'm really hoping that they start mixing more double events back in so that we're getting, especially if we're going to be having the event road, as I call it, the task event, but the event road, if we're going to be having that for, let's say, St. Patrick's Day, having a day where you know you could potentially get the boosted animal feed for a day and not have to rely on the boosters, the super boosters, it could be really great because you're going to be able to potentially boost your feed for an animal you may have for collecting. And we'll see, I guess, next week if they end up doing a event road for the St. Patrick's Day. They did say in the Dairy News that we would see them in the Diamond Shop as well as the seasonal. So I don't know if we're going to get an event road or not for St. Patrick's Day. I'm surprised we didn't see anything for Ramadan yet. That starts on Monday, but it doesn't end until in April, I believe. So, maybe we'll see something into April for that. And Easter we could see the egg machine, and depending on the following of Easter, if you do a more Orthodox or Jewish Easter, then that doesn't happen until April. And we are doing it, Easter does fall on the last day of March, so they could potentially bring it into April. It'll be very curious to see. I do like the decorations that they've shown. So I am excited for that. A lot of deco coming. And a lot I would like to see brought back. They've asked about, yeah. I'm wondering if we won't get both, because then everybody gets an opportunity and you get different. There was two very clear style of decos that were going to be offered for Easter/spring. So I think that potentially could be an option, Russell, that we would get both. But I'm very excited with this St. Patrick's Day ones. Um, and I do hope you guys went to social media and put in your guys' creative ideas for the crops, protection machines, products, recipes you would like to see added in game. I've seen some of your suggestions. Some of them are very creative. Some of them aren't really related to the post. I think I'm not saying anybody here. But some people can't read what the post was about. Not that their suggestions were bad, they just weren't related to the post. I am working on something related to that to hopefully help get you guys to also submit some ideas. gonna say I can fast harvest. Don't tell me my screen's not gonna do it this time. Okay. I am hoping the pond will be right back, or I'm hoping the pond will come back in the deco shop, since we are already seeing, again, we're seeing the spring bench and the snowdrop. I wish they would tell us the time that it's in there. Make sure that you get it today just in case. I can't guarantee that it'll be there tomorrow. Nobody knows or has said. They weren't known to come today to begin with, so and I'm sure the event will end while the team is off for the weekend. The beta or the testing event that some of us have. So I am sure that they will be looking for the feedback probably on Monday. I wouldn't be surprised if we did. Usually they had been doing these for 2 days. Even if they offered a new deco tomorrow, but it depends on how many decos they're going to offer during this round. If it just happens to be 3 or 4, it may be 2 days, then and we'll get a new set tomorrow and then 2 days. But I'm not going to make a guarantee that it stays 2 days. I do too, 70s girl. Unpopular opinion, I also agree with the limit. But I do wish that they would adjust, not get rid of it. I would like to see it raised proportionately to either your barn level, I should say. Because your silo level. Because that's not a guarantee. And for me, they'd probably get quite a bit of money. I will show you on my barn. So you can't see the number on my duct tape. If we went back into my barn, I'll show you. You can see how many duct tape I have. I should need 60. When I got to 59 duct tapes, I paid 8 diamonds. And my duct tapes went into La La Land. That's where we're going to call them. It's where I'm actually hoping that those who have the puzzle pieces at the end of the beta or the test event, whatever you want to call it, those puzzle pieces for them will be going, and they'll get them when the new animals are added, but I can't guarantee it. I don't exactly, Russell. I'm not counting on it. But it does work for this. So when I get to 59, I find that 8 diamonds, which for a free-to-play player, by the way, is not bad at all to do the same thing. You don't have to be pay to play to use this tech. So if you harvest enough wheat in a day, you'll get enough. Means it's really not. If you mine for your maximum amount of diamonds in a day, considering you cannot easily upgrade Here's why I'm saying you need to mine for the 8. Do a combination. Okay. Right now, I'm not going to have more than 60 duct tape in my barn. I paid 8 diamonds to free up 59 barn slots. That is a lot of barn space. So if you're mining one day for 8 diamonds, you're not even spending the maximum diamonds you can get by mining. I freed up a ton of space because I'm waiting for my others. Now I was able to get a lot of planks one day and I wasn't watching close enough. And I've gone over and I could sell them, but I've kept them. But I'm still waiting. As you can see, I only have 45 out of 60 bolts, and that's my uncommon, so I'm waiting for it. It just frees up the space. I've done the same thing, hey Roro, in my silo. And it'll take me much longer because nails are my super, super rare. So for me, it is worth to pay the 8 diamonds. You get plenty of mining tools by weeding. That there's no reason you cannot tell me it's worth to free up that space in your barn. So we're going to go to my barn here, okay? We'll search. We'll go for tape. I have 20 now. So instead of having 80 in my barn, I'm only using 20 of my spaces up. And those are 20 I've gotten since. This is since I paid that 8 diamonds. So I think it's worth spending that. It's my little secret tip. I've talked about it before. But there are some new people coming to the streams that I wanted to retouch on. Same as I said, it may be worth it for you if you think about the number of space that you'll get by spending that little bit. And I'm not spending like a bunch. I'm talking one day's worth of mine. So it may be why there's a bunch of war on the paper wrestle. But they could also just want the diamonds. They may not be doing what I'm doing with them. Gotta get the space on slots. I would build to get jam as one of your seasonal goals. That's a good one that takes a long time for tomorrow. And I like that we're getting to see. Yeah, they're wanting the free diamonds, and I don't mind it because for me, being that I pay for diamonds, not nearly as much as I used to. You should be able to hear me now. I'm losing my voice. I feel like I'm screaming. I like that even though you have to wait, they are bringing back and understanding that we still have free to play players, and therefore things like the spring bench and the snowdrops are in the shop for diamonds. I do kind of think though that they belong in the tab over there, but so if you don't, I don't always feel bad if I can't get or don't want to spend the, hey Judith, and if I don't want to spend the money, I may have buffered. It looks like my internet dropped for a minute. Okay, you should be back. Is my back? I should be back. Oh, I should be. Okay. No, not yet. Probably soon because it's getting harder for me to talk. And I think I've covered just my thing, unless you guys have more questions for me that I can try to answer. So I wish everybody luck tomorrow on finishing your farm pass for those who like to do it. I also think we're seeing some of the players who don't buy diamonds but are buying the farm pass mining for the diamonds to finish the farm pass faster. And I like that that's a possibility to do. Not the, but I haven't touched my computer. I'm streaming wirelessly. So I haven't touched my computer, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping to finish tomorrow. Really am. I'm hoping. I'm almost halfway there. Need to plant some fruit trees. More fruit trees. Which fruit am I gonna plant? There's some lemon back there. Okay. Yes, I think I'm starting to get to a point where my voice is just too weak to hear. It's starting to cut out. So help event starts tomorrow. Farm pass points and new goals tomorrow. Saturday is the town visitor XP event. You should be able to help get helps by doing town. Those who have the test event, you have 1 day and 6 hours left. A little under, okay, 5.5 hours left to get as many points as you can done. And hopefully tomorrow when we can announce the events, we'll have a really awesome week and we'll find out if we have any events going on for St. Patrick's Day. Oh, of course, Mace. I'm literally screaming at my computer right now. Mace, you should probably take care of that. Please don't get blood on whatever you're watching on. I'm trying. I will see y'all around. Thank you guys for coming tonight and listening to my kind of squeaky, rough voice that I feel like I've been screaming at you at, and listening to my theories on why we may have some testing and how they're doing some of their potential testing. Have fun with the Help event. I know it's just for diamonds, but I'm hoping they'll surprise us. And I can't wait to keep seeing your guys' ideas in related posts. Hopefully I'll have a video up for that where you can comment on. And y'all take care of each other. Happy farming. Love y'all. Bye.